Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Raiders defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And while their numbers for the season haven't been that great, they do have players capable of making plays, as we just saw there. Able to get in there and blow that play up. They're just looking for more of those types of plays throughout this game.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
18. 70 range.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Down to the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
DK Metcalf. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are on the board first here in Vegas. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
14. Raiders, nothing.
The kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35. They went with a nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now Penix. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Raiders 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Evades him at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season, or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Operating from the gun, Richards. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Somewhat sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. They hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they've got to make sure that they don't have those.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
for Las Vegas, about set to begin the drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
They'll throw with Penix. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Somebody got to go. Somebody got to go.
Throwing to start the drive. Richards. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Let's go.
They give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Here now a third down and 8. Back to throw. Richards. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's got a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough one for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
A run out of the gun with Genty. Be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 17-7 is our score.
Running money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich, bro, call me slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Space 60 racks on the camouflage bells. Diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil. 20,
3rd and 4. To the air, Penix. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Jefferson has his first catch. He also has a first down. The Raiders had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, Shaq.
Looking to throw, Penix. And this one's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 70 out, 19 Lion.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the sideline he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, 54 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Steelers 17, Raiders 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Steelers first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Off play action. Richards. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Well, he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
At the 41-yard
Partner, I
line.
know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Slant route to Miller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Okay, ready. Here we go.
A first down carry now for Miller. Oh, what a move. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Go. Cougar knife. Go.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And this time they were ready for him as they staggered right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 70 Lions, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
The tight end in motion right. Operating from the gun. Richards toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Got it. Ready?
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
70.
Operating from the gun. Richards. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him, but his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they're able to get in that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Cowboy 80.
And looking to throw, Penix. He'll get this out to Genty. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Penix working out of the gun here. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Richards. He's going to launch it for Washington. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Richards. And that is incomplete.
And when you present 5 wide receivers in a pattern, that asks a lot of your offensive line, because sometimes they'll actually bring a little extra pressure towards the quarterback. They've got to protect, and the ball has to come out fast as well. That one was knocked away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the 1st quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Penix. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Richards. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
19 tight, 19 tight. Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Ready.
A final shot before break. Richards.
Yeah, this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here is starting with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they'll get him down at the 34. And he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
18, Viking, 18.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
Looking to throw. Richards. A short one there to Freiermuth. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun. Richards. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Ready.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 2nd and 5. Short throw caught by Bowers. And a roll past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18, Pioneer.
They'll look to throw. They'll find Genty out of the backfield. A short completion, just 4 yards. And it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a 2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Genty. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it is caught. Down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Steelers 20.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we see with coaches, they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
19 tight, 19, 10.
Back to throw. Richards. He'll find Metcalf. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Timberwolves.
fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Miller. Run it in with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a big priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Come on. Set. 70 Lions. Ready.
Looking to throw. Richards. That is going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder.
Hey, Cash. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Richards. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Well, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Over the middle, he's got Fulton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Short throw caught by Bowers. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that will bring up second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Switch.
Now Penix. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Ground control with a soul like Chloe, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19. Ready.
Back to throw. Richards setting up the screen for Miller.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
On the set.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Mustang 9. Ready. 70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. Dragon 60.
Looking to throw. Richards.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36.
18 on the play.
Cowboy 80.
First
Cowboy
down,
19. Hold there.
Back to throw again. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And the gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Inside handoff now to Miller. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want. Play with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
19, Tiger, 19.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Come on, come on. Panther 60, Panther 30.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
18, Rattler, 18, go.
Back to throw. Richards. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in there, and it's 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked up.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now they can't bring him down. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Ready?
They'll run to the wide side here with Miller. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go. Set.
Looking to throw. Richards. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
70 Lions.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
On again, Genty. And that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.